Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack and well, kadokawa is talking heresy! Jesus Christ, so yeah, we already covered how certain Japanese legacy producers actually know why Westerners like anime, for what really it is. For the Japanese audience, exported to outside, and yeah, that's why it delivers how blows everyone's minds. But well, looks like when it comes to this company, Kadokawa, which well they are owned by Sony and looks like yeah, the infection. Even though it was not much of a investment, well, it was not surprising what is going to happen here. And moving forward, they just really want to destroy themselves. Kadokawa being one of the biggest companies in Japan that produces anime, manga, and video games. They came with some heresy statement. Huh, man, just like Warhammer 40k. Heresy, brother. Look at this shit. So, the CEO in charge, we already saw how he tried to censor anime manga for the global audience. We need to censor ourselves. It's important to do this to export our stuff to the global market and that bullshit. And here comes the heresy. So the headline is from Automaton. Not all manga has to be from Japan, and yeah, you heard that one right. I was having kind of a brain stroke. I was just like that friend from Johnny Bravo that was just twisting himself in the floor. Oh man, so major manga publisher Kadokawa looks for a new manga artist overseas as Miss Labor Shortage. Hmm, so there is not enough people anymore to want to stick to the old ways of the industry? Because, well, I know there is some sort of exploitation out there. I'm not going to deny that even there is those cases out there, but let's see what they have to say to saying something like not all manga has to be from Japan. Despite that we already stated, and it's a matter of fact, that the reason why manga is called like that is because it means comic in Japan. It's Japanese stuff. So Kadokawa's overseas manga editorial team emphasized, well, Kadokawa's overseas manga editorial, yeah, it is. That to make sense, right? Teams emphasize the necessity of broadening the talent pool of manga artists in Japan and overseas. We have seen Westerners that previously cheated on manga a lot, and now because they see it's the most successful thing right now in the world, they want to claim, oh, I did this, is my own manga. And you're like, nah, go fuck yourself. Recently, Kadokawa announced the results of their World Manga Contest, featured over 1,000 entries from over 100 different countries. Well, the inspiration, right? Nah, not going to call that shit even manga contest. The goal of the contest was to promote Japanese manga and discover upcoming manga artists from all over the globe. In a recent interview with Oricon News, members of Kadokawa's overseas manga editorial team sharing their goals for worldwide expansion and emphasized the necessity of broadening the talent pool of manga artists in Japan and overseas. Now, here's the thing. I know there is people in Southeast Asia that actually do good stuff. Even I remember following one that I don't know if everyone knows this artist is he makes like estrellas parodies or those is hentai well list or prawn or how they can call it like that. Even I think they also call it like that hentai. Well, they he did one of those doujins from the Fate series, but he was putting a lot of reference there that it was just yeah, I was laughing my ass off. It was a good reading. Yeah, I know there is talent out there. I know it exists, but the thing is here, yeah, overseas. What parts of overseas? And yeah, primarily, yeah, manga is because it's being made by Japanese for Japanese. You can claim that probably, hey, they even some people outside Japan they are going to see other stuff inspired by them and say, okay, this one is looks fine if they go to the standards. But that's the thing. Saying this is just because yeah we want to increase productions. From hearing this is also making line going up, while also saying yeah no more Japanese stuff. We're just going to wear the name manga as a screenshot. Oh shit. So this is in quotes. Due to the popularization of digital comics in recent years, the number of supply points for manga has drastically increased compared to the past, but not the working conditions for them, or the revenue, pieces of shit. However, there aren't enough manga artists to meet the demands on the market, and editorial teams have urgently taken the task of scouting talented newcomers. Said Risa Tomisaki, member of Kadokawa's global digital book office. Global, man. Is that fucking word, yeah. Just like when they say, hey, that word is problematic. Well, when you know us, we can use this word global is actually problematic because we have seen many times how that turned out to be. And oversees manga editorial department. So Noboru Segawa, Kadokawa's IP executive producer heading multiple departments related to overseas publishing, stated that there is a particular shortage in the spirit of comic adaptations of light novels and books in the isekai genre. There is so much isekai, man. Even I have to say, I would love to see something like Great Teacher on Izuka, but even something tells me that one is not coming back even with an anime. But I remember that someone mentioned that it had a manga related to Onizuka helping some man. And well, let's continue. Despite the abundance of source material, there are overwhelmingly not enough manga artists that could make the adaptations, and many companies are competing to secure talented artists. And yeah, it, that's the problem because it is told this shit is because that line must go up, but they haven't increased the working conditions in that country for the entertainment industry in that regard. All of that is just being put into executives, and well, it's going to show in his pockets because Kalakawa is from partially owned by them. So let's see, this is in quotes. However, Segawa remarks, just joining the competition to secure talent won't solve the fundamental issue of workforce shortage, as it doesn't contribute to expanding the talent pool. Devising ways to discover and nurture popular authors is a crucial mission for manga editors. Hey, yeah, bring more talent to exploit, but the thing is, we have seen what happened to the video game industry because, yeah, that was I give that example of Southeast Asia. Look what's happening in the West. Look at that place. For the most part, we have seen fucking tourists reading over Malali, but they are okay with Shora. We have seen them. Oh, yeah, this is just this is just denigrating women and all of those buzzwords. Piece of shit and well, all of the same fucking nonsense that they always keep saying out of their retarded and braided mouths. And and if you are going to make Westerners that are fucking tourists because yeah, they know how to play the nepotism games, just like we have seen with the Sony branch with Funimation and the voice acting. We have seen well that with Crunchyroll also with their own department at every size of the company. At every fucking part it is just yeah, filled with someone that hates anime fans with a burning passion. And you're telling me, yeah, you're going to say, yeah, we need to even bring people like that. Yeah, that yeah, they know how to actually imitate and create stuff. Do they really want to go the road of video games, man? This is something that I want to bring up here. They can go the same way as fucking Forspoken. They can go the way of Squeenix, the way of Banco, like we have seen with Decken, Arc Systems. It's a Trojan horse. I see this right now as a Trojan horse. They are, they want to make line go up by bringing Trojan horses there. This is stupid, man. He notes that this reason is why Kadokawa decided to explore the quote-unquote the wide sea of overseas manga artists and look for future talent there. Again, manga is comic in Japan, in Japanese. Manga is created stuff for Japanese audiences. If someone wants to imitate the art, even with manhwa or manga, the Chinese or the South Korean, yeah, I know even people from the Westerns to imitate a lot. What it used to be DC Comics, and yeah, even South Koreans took that inspiration and make their own stuff. I wish they would put more effort in their writing in certain parts because when they drown that, to me actually brings my attention. But it's keeping to their own. It's making their own stuff. I keep saying, yeah, even the Westerners can create their own stuff, and also they can take that inspiration. It's a heresy colored manga. That's my main complaint. Because they want to redefine that word. And looks like these fucking retards from, well, you're hearing yourself, they are from Kadokawa, they are from Japan, assigned in the globalist departments, telling this shit that yeah, there are some manga artists out there. No, no, no. They are people inspired what Japan has created. It's a different stuff. And honestly, even I have to say, some of them they go and play these moral faggotry games. I have seen the artists, even I cover it on this channel, how artists cock themselves, denounce the stuff that they created, and insult their audience, and they play the oh my morality, and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And if you try to bring all of those fuckers, because yeah, they have talent, but they are Trojan horses, they are parasites, that they are going to try to change the mindset of the Japanese artists and creators. Hey, you will succeed if you censor this one. Hey, you can succeed if you build a signal about the feminazi. And yeah, we have seen that with the video game department in Japan. We have seen it with how AAA is just fucking roaring at this point there. And that's why South Korea and China is taking their lunch. And Chinese and South Koreans hate feminists with a burning passion. To the point that even when I have seen people saying that those two sides are retarded for being mad about the Oken side. Hey, do you know there is a fucking feminazi group, a Karenist group, that used that Oken sign just to say that men have tiny penises and insult them, while also they have done disgusting shit. And also we have seen feminists infiltrate themselves in the artistic department to push a hidden message to insult the audience or say games. This is what is going to happen to manga also, but worse. Unless there is something like Southeast Asia or list of Asian countries that well they go and do like the outsourcing to help drawing, could be a chance. Even I have to admit, even those that they know what can do. But yeah, scientists overseas for the West, no, it's just fucking mental. And we're almost at the end of the article. Let's continue. Segawa notes that as Japan faces declining birth rates and aging population, hey, why also you are allowing a lot of immigrants there? Especially, I saw a disgusting news. Even I can bring that up here. Yeah, these kind of illegal aliens roaming Japan thanks to their own fucking government. Hey, look what they did to try to do to schoolgirl. And yeah, just to point it out what well, Axe Liver has said here, so you need to understand they do this because foreign females who don't adhere to their specific form of Islam are kafir to them, so therefore, according to the worldview, they must be struggle snuggled. Kafir men must be ended. The Kafir women and children must be struggle snuggled. Is their ideology. So yeah, well, they are having problems with the birth rate population by allowing this kind of parasites, and we are seeing it. we have seen in a political, cultural way and at the entertainment side. So yeah, even Kadokawa, we're being the biggest company out there in Japan, saying this shit. Oh yeah, we know this is happening, but well, we need to keep producing stuff. So let's speed up process. And yeah, this is also going to bring natural selection. So yeah, it will become increasingly difficult to create works that are aimed at younger audiences from commercial perspectives. That's where they're wrong. Even the younger audience is also interested on when they try to appeal primarily to adults. And when they get to a specific age of understanding, or even when they reach adults, and if they're interested, they're going to jump in. They will do it. Saying that appealing to younger generations, sometimes they in those creations they appeal to adults, but they tone it down and to the age restrictions that are already established, and also they can be successful. But it's something different even when it comes to the West. In the past, how certain stuff that was created for those younger audiences compared to the Japanese audience that they were also young, yeah, the difference between the content and the quality was fucking obvious, moment. There is a clear difference by miles away, and these fuckers they are not figuring that out. They don't know. They are just thinking in corporate mindset, man. So look at this. However, he states there is a potential for such as work to succeed in areas with greater populations of young people, such as countries in Southeast Asia, and this is why he says the starting point for the works of upcoming manga artists doesn't necessarily have to be in Japan. Well, no, it has to be in Japan unless they put a Japanese creator and Southeast Asia is given to labor, or drawing and editing, because I know those are most of those creators in Japan. They only create stuff with visual novels, but they still need to illustrators to bring their ideas of their characters. That sense of the word, it could actually function in some way, but if you want to say even you are going to count the West too, because I think they're going to do it. I already said it, fucking Trojan horse. And on a related note, Kadokawa Anime's branch has recently announced plans to raise the production value of their anime and further expand the global market. Yeah, at this point we don't need to go further on that. I already said it. They want to make line go up. While they are also facing real issues like the bill rate. And these fuckers say, I know this is a real issue, but well, we still need to make line go up, making all that money overseas, while also exploiting our creators. Oh, we cannot exploit them much while we used to. Well, we need to do something. All right, yeah, we can we can say, yeah, let's bring more overseas people and call it, yeah, they are creating manga. Ah, man, yeah, this is what it is. This is what they are up to. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching and please take care.